The National Basketball Association is the preeminent men's professional basketball league in North America, and is widely considered to be the premier men's professional basketball league in the world. It has 30 franchised member clubs, and is an active member of USA Basketball, which is recognized by FIBA as the national governing body for basketball in the United States. The NBA is one of the 4 major North American professional sports leagues. NBA players are the world's best-paid sportsmen, by average annual salary per player. The league was founded in New York City on June 6, 1946, as the Basketball Association of America. The league adopted the name National Basketball Association on August 3, 1949, after merging with its rival National Basketball League. The league's several international as well as individual team offices are directed out of its head offices located in the Olympic Tower at 645 Fifth Avenue in New York City. NBA Entertainment and NBA TV studios are directed out of offices located in Secaucus, New Jersey. History, creation and merger. The Basketball Association of America was founded in 1946 by owners of the major ice hockey arenas in the northeastern and midwestern United States and Canada. On November 1, 1946, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Toronto Huskies hosted the New York Knickerbockers at Maple Leaf Gardens, in a game the NBA now regards as the first played in its history. The first basket was made by Ossie Schechtman of the Knickerbockers. Although there had been earlier attempts at professional basketball leagues, including the American Basketball League and the NBL, the BAA was the first league to attempt to play primarily in large arenas in major cities. During its early years, the quality of play in the BAA was not significantly better than in competing leagues or among leading independent clubs such as the Harlem Globetrotters. For instance, the 1948 ABL finalist Baltimore Bullets moved to the BAA and won that league's 1948 title, and the 1948 NBL champion Minneapolis Lakers won the 1949 BAA title. Prior to the 1948-49 season, however, NBL teams from Fort Wayne, Indianapolis, Minneapolis, and Rochester jumped to the BAA, which established the BAA as the league of choice for collegians looking to turn professional. Following the 1948-49 season, the BAA took in the remainder of the NBL, Syracuse, Anderson, Tri-Cities, Sheboygan, Denver, and Waterloo. In deference to the merger and to avoid possible legal complications, the league name was changed from the BAA to the National Basketball Association in spite of having the same BAA governing body including Podoloff. The new league had 17 franchises located in a mix of large and small cities, as well as large arenas and smaller gymnasiums and armories. In 1950, the NBA consolidated to 11 franchises, a process that continued until 1953-54, when the league reached its smallest size of 8 franchises, all of which are still in the league. The process of contraction saw the league's smaller city franchises move to larger cities. The Hawks shifted from Tri-Cities to Milwaukee and then to St. Louis, Missouri. The Royals from Rochester, New York to Cincinnati. And the Pistons from Fort Wayne, Indiana to Detroit. Japanese-American Wataru Misaka broke the NBA color barrier in the 1947-48 season when he played for the New York Knicks. He remained the only non-white player in league history prior to the first African-American, Harold Hunter, signing with the Washington Capitals in 1950. Hunter was cut from the team during training camp, but several African-American players did play in the league later that year, including Chuck Cooper with the Celtics, Nathaniel Sweetwater Clifton with the Knicks, and Earl Lloyd with the Washington Capitals. During this period, the Minneapolis Lakers, led by center George Mikan, won 5 NBA championships and established themselves as the league's first dynasty. To encourage shooting and discourage stalling, the league introduced the 24-second shot clock in 1954. If a team does not attempt to score a field goal within 24 seconds of obtaining the ball, play is stopped and the ball given to its opponent. Celtics' dominance, league expansion, and competition. In 1957, rookie center Bill Russell joined the Boston Celtics, who already featured guard Bob Cousy and coach Red Auerbach, and went on to lead the club to 11 NBA titles in 13 seasons. Center Wilt Chamberlain entered the league with the Warriors in 1959 and became a dominant individual star of the 1960s, setting new single-game records in scoring and rebounding. Russell's rivalry with Chamberlain became one of the greatest rivalries in the history of American team sports. The 1960s were dominated by the Celtics. Led by Russell, Bob Cousy and coach Red Auerbach, Boston won 8 straight championships in the NBA from the 1959-66. This championship streak is the longest in NBA history. They did not win the title in 1966-67, but regained it in the 1967-68 season and repeated in 1969. The domination totaled 9 of the 10 championship banners of the 1960s. Through this period, the NBA continued to strengthen with the shift of the Minneapolis Lakers to Los Angeles, the Philadelphia Warriors to San Francisco, the Syracuse Nationals to Philadelphia to become the Philadelphia 76ers, and the St. Louis Hawks moving to Atlanta, as well as the addition of its first expansion franchises. The Chicago Packers became the 9th NBA team in 1961. From 1966 to 1968, the league expanded from 9 to 14 teams, introducing the Chicago Bulls, Seattle Supersonics, San Diego Rockets, Milwaukee Bucks, and Phoenix Suns. In 1967, the league faced a new external threat with the formation of the American Basketball Association. The leagues engaged in a bidding war. The NBA landed the most important college star of the era, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. However, the NBA's leading scorer, Rick Barry, jumped to the ABA, as did 4 veteran referees Norm Drucker, Earl Strom, John Vanak, and Joe Gussie. In 1969, Alan Segal, who oversaw the design of Jerry Dior's Major League Baseball logo a year prior, created the modern NBA logo inspired by the MLB's. It incorporates the silhouette of the legendary Jerry West based on a photo by Win Roberts, although NBA officials denied a particular player as being its influence because, according to Segal, they want to institutionalize it rather than individualize it. It's become such a ubiquitous, classic symbol and focal point of their identity and their licensing program that they don't necessarily want to identify it with one player. The iconic logo debuted in 1971 and would remain a fixture of the NBA brand. The ABA succeeded in signing a number of major stars in the 70s, including Julius Erving of the Virginia Squires, in part because it allowed teams to sign college undergraduates. The NBA expanded rapidly during this period, one purpose being to tie up the most viable cities. From 1966 to 1974, the NBA grew from 9 franchises to 18. In 1970, the Portland Trail Blazers, Cleveland Cavaliers, and Buffalo Braves all made their debuts, expanding the league to 17. The New Orleans Jazz came aboard in 1974, bringing the total to 18. Following the 1976 season, the leagues reached a settlement that provided for the addition of 4 ABA franchises to the NBA, raising the number of franchises in the league at the time to 22. The franchises added were the San Antonio Spurs, Denver Nuggets, Indiana Pacers, and New York Nets. Some of the biggest stars of this era were Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Rick Barry, Dave Cowens, Julius Erving, Elvin Hayes, Walt Frazier, Moses Malone, Artis Gilmore, George Gervin, Dan Issel, and Pete Maravich. The end of the decade, however, saw declining TV ratings, low attendance and drug-related player issues both perceived and real that threatened to derail the NBA. Surging popularity. The league added the ABA's innovative three-point field goal beginning in 1979 to open up the game. That same year, rookies Larry Bird and Magic Johnson joined the Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers respectively, initiating a period of significant growth in fan interest in the NBA throughout the country and the world. In 1984 they played against each other for the first time in the NBA Finals. Johnson went on to lead the Lakers to 5 titles, and Bird went on to lead the Celtics to 3. Also in the early 80s, the NBA added one more expansion franchise, the Dallas Mavericks, bringing the total to 23 teams. Later on, Larry Bird won the first 3 three-point shooting contests. Former league commissioner David Stern, who took office on February 1, 1984 before retiring February 1, 2014, oversaw the expansion and growth of the NBA to a global commodity. Michael Jordan entered the league in 1984 with the Chicago Bulls, providing an even more popular star to support growing interest in the league. This resulted in more cities demanding teams of their own. In 1988 and 1989, 4 cities got their wishes as the Charlotte Hornets, Miami Heat, Orlando Magic, and Minnesota Timberwolves made their NBA debuts, bringing the total to 27 teams. In the first year of the 1990s, the Detroit Pistons would win the second of their back-to-back titles, led by coach Chuck Daly and guard Isiah Thomas. Jordan and Scottie Pippen would lead the Bulls to 2 three-peats in 8 years during the 1991–98 seasons. Hakeem Olajuwon won back-to-back titles with the Houston Rockets in 94 and 95. The 1992 Olympic basketball Dream Team, the first to use current NBA stars, featured Michael Jordan as the anchor, along with Bird, Johnson, David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Chris Mullin, Charles Barkley, and Christian Laettner. 11 players on the Dream Team have been inducted individually into the Basketball Hall of Fame. In 1995, the NBA expanded to Canada with the addition of the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Toronto Raptors. In 2001, the Vancouver Grizzlies relocated to Memphis, which left the Raptors as the only Canadian team in the NBA. In 1996, the NBA created a women's league, the Women's National Basketball Association. In 1998, the NBA owners began a lockout which lasted 191 days and was settled on January 18, 1999. As a result of this lockout, the 1998–99 NBA season was reduced from 82 to 50 games, and the All-Star Game was cancelled. The San Antonio Spurs won their first championship, and first by a former ABA team, by beating the New York Knicks, who were the first, and to this date, the only, 8th seed to ever make it to the NBA Finals. Modern era: since the breakup of the Chicago Bulls championship roster in the summer of 1998, the Western Conference has dominated, with the Los Angeles Lakers and San Antonio Spurs combining to win the title in 9 of 14 years. Tim Duncan and David Robinson won the 1999 championship with the Spurs, and Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant started the 2000s with 3 consecutive championships for the Lakers. The Spurs reclaimed the title in 2003 against the Nets. In 2004, the Lakers returned to the finals, only to fall in 5 games to the Detroit Pistons. After the Spurs took home the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy in 2005, the 2006 finals featured 2 franchises making their inaugural finals appearances. The Miami Heat, led by their star shooting guard, Dwyane Wade, and Shaquille O'Neal, who had been traded from the Lakers during the 2004 summer, won the series over the Dallas Mavericks in 6 after losing the first 2 games. The Lakers-Spurs dominance continued in 2007 with a 4-game sweep by the Spurs over the Cleveland Cavaliers, who were led by LeBron James. The 2008 finals saw a rematch of the league's highest-profile rivalry, the Boston Celtics and Los Angeles Lakers, with the Celtics prevailing, for their league-leading 17th championship, thanks to their new Big Three of Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and Kevin Garnett. In 2009, the Lakers with Kobe Bryant returned to the finals, this time defeating the Dwight Howard-led Orlando Magic. Kobe Bryant won his first Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player award in his 13th season after leading the Lakers to their first NBA championship since the departure of Shaquille O'Neal. The 2010 NBA All-Star Game was held at Cowboys Stadium in front of the largest crowd ever, 108,713. At the end of that season, the Celtics and the Lakers renewed their rivalry from 2008 when they met again in the NBA Finals for a record 12th time. The Lakers won the title in Game 7, 83–79. Before the start of the 2010 Euro 11 season, the NBA had an exciting summer with one of the most anticipated free agent classes of all time. Two of which signed, and one resigned, with the Miami Heat, leading to a season that was heavily centered on their eventual success or failure at taking home the championship. The Heat, led by LeBron James, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh, did in fact make the finals against the Dallas Mavericks, in a rematch for the franchises of the 2006 finals. The Mavericks, led by Dirk Nowitzki, took the series in 6 games. This was the Mavericks' first title. Other veterans like Shawn Marion, Jason Kidd, and Jason Terry also won their first titles with Nowitzki. On July 1, 2011, at 12:01 a.m., the NBA announced another lockout. After the first few weeks of the season were cancelled, the players and owners ratified a new collective bargaining agreement on December 8, 2011, setting up a shortened 66-game season. Following the shortened season, the Miami Heat made a return to the finals with the trio of Dwyane Wade, LeBron James and Chris Bosh against Oklahoma City's Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook and James Harden. The Heat went on to defeat the Thunder in 5 games, capturing their second NBA title in 6 years. International influence. Following pioneers like Vlade Divac and Drilla N Petrevia who joined the NBA in the late 1980s, an increasing number of international players have moved directly from playing elsewhere in the world to starring in the NBA. Below is a short list of foreign players who have won NBA awards or have been otherwise recognized for their contributions to basketball, either currently or formerly active in the league. Toni Kukoc, Croatia, a Euro 3-time NBA champion with Chicago Bulls, named in 2008 as one of the 50 greatest EuroLeague contributors. Vlade Divac, Serbia, a Euro 2-time Olympic silver medalist, 2001 NBA All-Star, 2-time world champion, 3-time European champion. 50 greatest EuroLeague contributors. Arvydas Sabonis, Lithuania, a Euro 2011 inductee into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. 1984, 1985, 1988, 1995, 1999 European Player of the Year, 1985, 1997 Mr. Europa Player of the Year, Olympic gold medalist in 1988 with the Soviet Union and bronze medalist in 1992 and 1996 with Lithuania, 1996 NBA All-Rookie First Team. 50 greatest EuroLeague contributors. Dirk Nowitzki, Germania, Euro NBA champion with Dallas Mavericks, MVP of the 2002 World Championships and Eurobasket 2005, member of the All-Tournament team in the 2002 FIBA World Championship, 2002 Euro 2006 and 2011 Euroscar winner, 2005 Mr. Europa, 2005 and 2011 FIBA Europe Player of the Year, 2007 NBA MVP, 2011 Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award, 2006 NBA Three-Point Shootout Champion and 11-time NBA All-Star, Hedo Tawan Kortarakoğlu, Turkey, a Euro 2008 Most Improved Player Award winner, member of the All-Tournament team in the 2010 FIBA World Championship. Pau Gasol, Spain, a Euro 2-time NBA champion with Los Angeles Lakers, 3-time NBA All-Star, 2002 NBA Rookie of the Year, 2004 and 2009 Mr. Europa, 2006 World Championships MVP, 2008 and 2009 Euroscar and FIBA Europe Player of the Year, Eurobasket 2009 MVP, winner of the NBA Citizenship Award in 2012, Andrei Kirilenko, Russia, Eurobasket 2007 MVP, 2007 FIBA Europe Player of the Year, Tony Parker, France, a Euro 3-time NBA champion with the Spurs, 2007 NBA Finals MVP and 2007 Euroscar winner, Manu Ginobili, Argentina, a Euro 3-time NBA champion with San Antonio Spurs, 2008 Sixth Man Award winner, 50 greatest EuroLeague contributors, gold medal in the 2004 Summer Olympics with Argentina, Yao Ming, China, a Euro first pick in the 2002 NBA Draft and 7-time NBA All-Star, Leandro Barbosa, Brazil, a Euro 2007 Sixth Man Award winner, Andrea Bargnani, Italia Euro first pick in the 2006 NBA draft by the Toronto Raptors, on some occasions, young players, most but not all, from the English-speaking world, have attended U.S. colleges before playing in the NBA. Notable examples are, Nigerian Hakeem Olajuwon, Congolese Dika Mutombo, Dutchman Rick Smits, German Dittel Schrempf, Canadian Steve Nash, Australians Luke Longley and Andrew Bogut. Sudanese-born Englishman Lawal Deng. Since 2006, the NBA has faced EuroLeague teams in exhibition matches in the NBA Europe Live Tour and since 2009 in the EuroLeague American Tour. The 2013 Euro 14 season opened with a record 92 international players on the opening night rosters, representing 39 countries and comprising over 20% of the league. The NBA defines international players as those born outside the 50 United States and Washington, D.C. This means that players born in U.S. possessions such as Puerto Rico and the U.S. Virgin Islands, most notably USVA native Tim Duncan, are counted as international even though they are U.S. citizens by birth, and may even have represented the U.S. in international competition. U.S.-born players are not counted as international even if they were born with citizenship in another country and represent that country internationally, such as Costa Kufos. Other developments: in 2001, an affiliated minor league, the National Basketball Development League, now called the NBA Development League, was created. Before the league was started, there were strong rumors that the NBA would purchase the Continental Basketball Association, and call it its developmental league. In 2004, 2 years after the Hornets' relocation to New Orleans, the NBA returned to North Carolina as the Charlotte Bobcats were formed as an expansion team. In 2005, the Hornets relocated to Oklahoma City for 2 seasons because of damage caused by Hurricane Katrina. In 2007, the Hornets returned to New Orleans. On June 28, 2006, a new official game ball was introduced for the 2006 Euro 07 season, marking the first change to the ball in over 35 years and only the second ball in 60 seasons. Manufactured by Spalding, the new ball featured a new design and new synthetic material that Spalding claimed offered a better grip, feel, and consistency than the original ball. However, many players were vocal in their disdain for the new ball, saying that it was too sticky when dry, and too slippery when wet. On December 11, 2006, Commissioner Stern announced that beginning January 1, 2007, the NBA would return to the traditional leather basketball in use prior to the 2006 Euro 07 season. The change was influenced by frequent player complaints and confirmed hand injuries caused by the microfiber ball. The Players Association had filed a suit in behalf of the players against the NBA over the new ball. As of 2006, the NBA team jerseys are manufactured by Adidas, which purchased the previous supplier, Reebok. On July 19, 2007, the Federal Bureau of Investigation investigated allegations that veteran NBA referee Tim Donaghy bet on basketball games he officiated over the past 2 seasons and that he made calls affecting the point spread in those games. On August 15, 2007, Donaghy pleaded guilty to 2 federal charges related to the investigation. However, he could face additional charges if it is determined that he deliberately miscalled individual games. Donaghy claimed in 2008 that certain refs were friendly with players and company men for the NBA. Donaghy alleged that refs influenced the outcome of certain playoff and finals games in 2002 and 2005. NBA Commissioner David Stern denied the allegations and said Donaghy was a convicted felon and a singing, cooperating witness. Donaghy served 15 months in prison and was released in November 2009. According to an independent study by Ronald Beach of Game 6 of the NBA 2002 Western Conference Finals between the Lakers and Kings, although the refs increased the Lakers' chances of winning through foul calls during the game, there was no collusion to fix the game. On alleged star treatment during Game 6 by the refs towards certain players, Beach claimed, there does seem to be issues with different standards and allowances for different players. On July 2, 2008, it was announced that the Seattle Supersonics would relocate to Oklahoma City. The Oklahoma City Thunder began playing in the 2008 Euro 09 season. On October 11, 2008, the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets played the first outdoor game in the modern era of the NBA at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. On September 1, 2009, the contract between the NBA and its referees expired, creating a referee lockout. On October 1, 2009, the first preseason games were played and replacement referees from the WNBA and NBA Development League were used. The last time replacement referees were used was the beginning of the 1995 Euro 96 season. The NBA and the regular referees reached a deal on October 23, 2009. In 2011, the first official NBA League games on European ground took place. In two matchups, the New Jersey Nets faced the Toronto Raptors in London's O2 Arena in front of over 20,000 fans. In July 2011, the NBA laid off around 114 league employees to save money. The 2011 Euro 12 NBA season, scheduled to begin November 1, 2011, with a matchup between the defending champion Dallas Mavericks and the Chicago Bulls, was postponed due to a labor dispute. The lockout officially ended on December 8, 2011, when players and owners ratified a new collective bargaining agreement, and the season began on Christmas Day. On April 30, 2012, the New Jersey Nets officially changed their name to the Brooklyn Nets. They began playing in the New York City borough of Brooklyn in the 2012 Euro 13 season. In October 2012, the NBA announced that it would begin finning players for flopping. After the 2012 Euro 13 season, the New Orleans Hornets renamed themselves the Pelicans. During the 2013-14 season, Stern retired as commissioner after 30 years, and Deputy Commissioner Adam Silver ascended to the position of commissioner. During that season's playoffs, the Bobcats officially reclaimed the Hornets name, and by agreement with the league and the Pelicans, also received sole ownership of all history, records, and statistics from the Pelicans' time in Charlotte. As a result, the Hornets are now officially considered to have been founded in 1988, suspended operations in 2002, and resumed in 2004 as the Bobcats, while the Pelicans are officially treated as a 2002 expansion team. In April 2014, Donald Sterling, an NBA owner at the time, received a lifetime ban from the NBA after racist remarks he made became public. Teams. The NBA originated in 1946 with 11 teams, and through a sequence of team expansions, reductions, and relocations currently consists of 30 teams. The United States is home to 29 teams and one is located in Canada. The current league organization divides 30 teams into two conferences of 3 divisions with 5 teams each. The current divisional alignment was introduced in the 2004 Euro 05 season. Reflecting the population distribution of the United States and Canada as a whole, most teams are in the eastern half of the country, 13 teams are in the Eastern Time Zone, 9 in the Central, 3 in the Mountain, and 5 in the Pacific. Notes. Regular season. Following the summer break, teams begin training camps in late September. Training camps allow the coaching staff to evaluate players, scout the team's strengths and weaknesses, prepare the players for the rigorous regular season, and determine the 12-man active roster with which they will begin the regular season. Teams have the ability to assign players with less than 2 years of experience to the NBA Development League. After training camp, a series of preseason exhibition games are held. Preseason matches are sometimes held in non-NBA cities, both in the United States and overseas. The NBA regular season begins in the last week of October. During the regular season, each team plays 82 games, 41 each home and away. A team faces opponents in its own division 4 times a year. Each team plays 6 of the teams from the other 2 divisions in its conference 4 times, and the remaining 4 teams 3 times. Finally, each team plays all the teams in the other conference twice apiece. This asymmetrical structure means the strength of schedule will vary between teams. Over 5 seasons, each team will have played 80 games against their division, 180 games against the rest of their conference, and 150 games against the other conference. As of 2008, The NBA is one of only two of the major professional sports leagues in the United States and Canada in which teams play every other team during the regular season. Each team hosts and visits every other team at least once every season. For a few seasons until 2008, the NBA had the distinction of being the only one of the four major leagues in which all teams play every other team. The NBA is also the only league that regularly schedules games on Christmas Day. The league has been playing games regularly on the holiday since 1947, though the first Christmas Day games weren't televised until 1983 or Euro 84. Games played on this day have featured some of the best teams and players. Christmas is also notable for NBA on television, as the holiday is when the first NBA games air on network television each season. Games played on this day have been some of the highest-rated games during a particular season. In February, the regular season pauses to celebrate the annual NBA All-Star Game. Fans vote throughout the United States, Canada, and on the Internet, and the top vote-getters at each position in each conference are given a starting spot on their conference's All-Star team. Coaches vote to choose the remaining 14 All-Stars. Then, Eastern Conference players face the Western Conference players in the All-Star Game. The player with the best performance during the game is rewarded with a Game MVP award. Other attractions of the All-Star break include the Rookie Challenge, where the top rookies and second-year players in the NBA play against each other in a 5-on-5 basketball game. The Skills Challenge, where players compete to finish an obstacle course consisting of shooting, passing, and dribbling in the fastest time. The Three-Point Contest, where players compete to score the most amount of three-point field goals in a given time. And the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, where players compete to dunk the ball in the most entertaining way according to the judges. These other attractions have varying names which include the names of the various sponsors who have paid for naming rights. Shortly after the All-Star break is the trade deadline, which is set to fall on the 16th Thursday of the season at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. After this date, teams are not allowed to exchange players with each other for the remainder of the season, although they may still sign and release players. Major trades are often completed right before the trading deadline, making that day a hectic time for general managers. Around the middle of April, the regular season ends. It is during this time that voting begins for individual awards, as well as the selection of the honorary, league-wide, postseason teams. The Sixth Man of the Year award is given to the best player coming off the bench. The Rookie of the Year award is awarded to the most outstanding first-year player. The Most Improved Player award is awarded to the player who is deemed to have shown the most improvement from the previous season. The Defensive Player of the Year award is awarded to the league's best defender. The Coach of the Year award is awarded to the coach that has made the most positive difference to a team. The Most Valuable Player award is given to the player deemed the most valuable for that season. Additionally, Sporting News awards an Unofficial Executive of the Year award to the general manager who is adjudged to have performed the best job for the benefit of his franchise. The postseason teams are the All-NBA team, the All-Defensive team, and the All-Rookie team. Each consists of 5 players. There are 3 All-NBA teams, consisting of the top players at each position, with first-team status being the most desirable. There are 2 All-Defensive teams, consisting of the top defenders at each position. There are also 2 All-Rookie teams, consisting of the top first-year players regardless of position. Playoffs. NBA playoffs begin in late April, with 8 teams in each conference competing for the championship. The 3 division winners, along with the team with the next best record from the conference, are given the top 4 seeds. Your next 4 teams in terms of record are given the lower 4 seeds. Having a higher seed offers several advantages. Since the first seed begins the playoffs playing against the 8th seed, the second seed plays the 7th seed, the third seed plays the 6th seed, and the 4th seed plays the 5th seed, having a higher seed means a team faces a weaker team in the first round. The team in each series with the better record has home court advantage, including the first round. This means that, for example, if the team who receives the 5 seed has a better record than the team with the 4 seed, the 5 seed would have home court advantage, even though the other team has a higher seed. Therefore, The team with the best regular season record in the league is guaranteed home court advantage in every series it plays. For example, in 2006, the Denver Nuggets won 44 games and captured the Northwest Division and the number 3 seed. Their opponent was the number 6 seed Los Angeles Clippers, who won 47 games and finished second in the Pacific Division. Although Denver won its much weaker division, the Clippers had home court advantage and won the series in 5. The playoffs follow a tournament format. Each team plays an opponent in a best-of-7 series, with the first team to win 4 games advancing into the next round, while the other team is eliminated from the playoffs. In the next round, the successful team plays against another advancing team of the same conference. All but one team in each conference are eliminated from the playoffs. Since the NBA does not reseed teams, the playoff bracket in each conference uses a traditional design, with the winner of the series matching the 1st and 8th seeded teams playing the winner of the series matching the 4th and 5th seeded teams, and the winner of the series matching the 2nd and 7th seeded teams playing the winner of the series matching the 3rd and 6th seeded teams. In every round except the NBA Finals, the best-of-7 series follows a 2-1-1-1-1 home court pattern, meaning that one team will have home court in games 1, 2, 5, and 7, while the other plays at home in games 3, 4, and 6. For the NBA Finals, the series follows a 2-3-2 pattern, meaning that one team will have home court in games 1, 2, 6, and 7, while the other plays at home in games 3, 4, and 5. The 2-3-2 pattern has been in place since 1985. The final playoff round, a best-of-7 series between the victors of both conferences, is known as the NBA Finals, and is held annually in June. The victor in the NBA Finals wins the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. Each player and major contributor including coaches and the general manager on the winning team receive a championship ring. In addition, the league awards the Bill Russell NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award to the best performing player of the series. On August 2, 2006, the NBA announced the new playoff format. The new format takes the 3 division winners and the second-place team with the best record and rank them 1-4 by record. The other 4 slots are filled by best record other than those other 4 teams. Previously, the top 3 seeds went to the division winners. League Championships. The Boston Celtics have won the most championships with 17 NBA Finals wins. The second most successful franchise is the Los Angeles Lakers, who have 16 overall championships. Following the Lakers are the Chicago Bulls with 6 championships, all of them over an 8-year span during the 1990s, and the San Antonio Spurs with 5 championships, all since 1999. Current teams that have no NBA Finals appearances: Charlotte Bobcats, Denver Nuggets, Los Angeles Clippers, Memphis Grizzlies, Minnesota Timberwolves, New Orleans Pelicans, Toronto Raptors. International competitions. The National Basketball Association has sporadically participated in international club competitions. From 1987 to 1999 the NBA champions played against the continental champions of the FAR Copyright DAO Copyright Ration International de Basketball and the McDonald's Championship. This tournament was won by the NBA invitee every year it was held. FIBA is organizing a new World Club Championship to begin in 2010, and currently plans to invite the NBA champions starting in 2011. Ticket prices: in 2012, a ticket cost from $10 to $3,000 apiece, depending on the location of the seat and the success of the teams that were playing. Notable people: Presidents and Commissioners. Morris Podoloff, President from 1946 to 1963, Walter Kennedy, President from 1963 to 1967 and Commissioner from 1967 to 1975, Larry O'Brien, Commissioner from 1975 to 1984, David Stern, Commissioner from 1984 to 2014, Adam Silver, Commissioner from 2014 to present. Players: 50 Greatest Players in NBA History, Lists of National Basketball Association Players, List of Foreign NBA Players, a list that is exclusively for players who are not from the United States. Coaches, list of current National Basketball Association head coaches, list of National Basketball Association head coaches, list of National Basketball Association player coaches, list of NBA championship head coaches, top 10 coaches in NBA history, awards. See also: List of American and Canadian cities by number of major professional sports franchises, list of attendance figures at domestic professional sports leagues, list of NBA champions, list of professional sports teams in the United States and Canada, list of TV markets and major sports teams in the United States, major professional sports leagues in the United States and Canada, National Basketball Association cheerleading, National Basketball Association rivalries, NBA salary cap. References. Further reading: Rosen, Charlie. The First Tip-Off, The Incredible Story of the Birth of the NBA. McGraw-Hill Professional. ISBN A0-07-148785-9. Sports Illustrated, The Basketball Book. Sports Illustrated. 2007. ISBN A1-933821-19-1. Simmons, Bill. The Book of Basketball, The NBA According to the Sports Guy. ESPN. ISBN A0-345-51176. Exer, Havlicek, John. NBA's Greatest First Edition. DK. ISBN A0-7894-9977-0. Peterson, Robert W. Cages to Jump Shots, Pro Basketball's Early Years. Lincoln, University of Nebraska Press. ISBN A0-8032-8772-0. External links. Official website. The league also has an official English-language website with a more worldwide perspective, with emphasis on stories outside North America. Localized English-language versions, some of which are partnerships with regional media outlets, also exist for Africa, Australia, Canada, India, New Zealand, and the Philippines. National Basketball Players Association, National Basketball Referees Association, NBA and ABA Basketball Statistics and History, NBA and ABA Transactions Archive,